Well, first of all, I think, and I know the H-1B very well, and it's something that I frankly use, and I shouldn't be allowed to use. We shouldn't have it. Very, very bad for workers. And second of all, I think it's very important to say, well, I'm a businessman, and I have to do what I have to do, and it's sitting there waiting for you, but it's very bad. It's very bad for business in terms of, it's very bad for our workers, and it's unfair for our workers, and we should end it. Well, first of all,
let's hear that one more time again. This is Donald Trump on H-1B visas. This is not a deep fake. This is, you can look it up. This is a real comment from the Donald Trump that I supported.
Well, first of all, I think, and I know the H-1B very well, and it's something that I frankly use, and I shouldn't be allowed to use. We shouldn't have it. Very, very bad for workers. And second of all, I think it's very important to say, well, I'm a businessman, and I have to do what I have to do, and it's sitting there waiting for you, but it's very bad. It's very bad for business in terms of, it's very bad for our workers, and it's unfair for our workers, and we should end it.
That's Donald Trump in 2016. The 2016 Donald Trump is very different than the 2024 Donald Trump. Here's the 2024 Donald Trump on H-1B visas.
Why did you change your mind on H-1B visas, sir?
I didn't change my mind. I've always felt we have.
I'm going to play it through. It's low volume. I'm going to play it again, and I'm going to read through it to make sure everybody hears. I just want it on record what he said. 2016 to 2024.
We have the most competent people in our country. We need competent people. We need smart people coming into our country. And we need a lot of people coming in. We're going to have jobs like we've never had before.
So this is we're breaking it down again. Donald Trump on the H-1B visa debate. The H-1B visas are one of the many different visas and techniques that companies can use to have foreign workers work for their company, meaning they don't have to have Americans working for their company. Foreign workers work more hours for less pay very often. Also, they don't believe in the Bill of Rights largely. All of these companies, I use Perplexity. Friend of show Cyan put me on to Perplexity. AI, it's just like a Google, but way better. But it's become almost unusable how woke it is. You have to tell it not to be woke, and even then, you have to fight it. And Cyan said, I'm done. I got to find something else. This is getting annoying. It's run by a Pajit. The reason I bring that up is YouTube censorship, run by Pajits. You bring in foreigners, whether it's from Guatemala, Mexico, Canada, India, Asia, it doesn't matter. These people don't know the Bill of Rights. It doesn't matter if it's the funny country either. These people don't know the Bill of Rights, or they know it and don't care about it, or they interpret it in some haphazard, ass-backward manner. So there's many, many reasons, even if you're bringing in the top 1%, that you would bring in someone on these visas because they're easier to control, because they won't have a problem with you going against a certain policy or doing certain methods, because they just want that money. Let me play it, and this time I'm going to walk through it, what was said here with Donald Trump in 2024.
Why did you change your mind on H-1B visas, sir?
Somebody asked him, why did you change your mind on H-1B visas? I showed you what his mind was before, so you can determine, was it eventually changed?
I didn't change my mind. I've always felt we have.
He said he didn't change his mind. He says he always felt we have to have
The most competent people
in our country.
We need competent people. We need smart people coming into our country.
We need competent people. We need smart people coming into our country. Do we not have enough? This is the person that runs the movement that is labeled as Make America Great Again. Is the proposal that we don't have enough smart people in America? Is that what you're saying, Donald Trump?
We need a lot of people coming in. We're going to have
We need a lot of people coming in.
jobs like we've never had.
We're going to have jobs like we've never had before.
Why did you change your mind on H-1B?
So notice in that clip, he tries his best to stay away from a clear, coherent answer. I'm not done with 2024 Trump yet. Going to allow people to misconstrue what happened in this election. Salty Girl here says, what's going on with what we're talking about here with Trump's change on the H-1B? He obviously has changed. I'll show you another clip from 2024. Salty Girl says, what the F is going on here? This is not what we voted for. Here's Donald Trump basically took a Elon Musk tweet and put it on Truth Social. So let's take a look at this here. He says, this is during the election. This is something that was fleshed out, talked about by those paying attention. If you weren't paying attention, then you just weren't paying attention. But here's Donald Trump.
But basically, we're going to drill, baby, drill. We're going to get the energy prices down almost immediately, and we're going to close the border, and we're going to get the crooked ones out, the bad ones out, and we're going to let a lot of people come in because we need more people, especially with AI coming and all of the different things.
We need a lot more people, especially with AI coming. What does that mean? So that means he needs the Jeets to control AI. Is that what he's saying? If that's not what he's saying, please explain to me what he's saying. Why do we need them to come in and control AI? The argument is, well, we need the best and the best and the brightest of the world. We don't have that here. Let's continue.
And the farmers need, everybody needs.
And it's not just the AI, it's the farmers need it now. You know, it's the same thing Nancy Pelosi said. It's the same thing Mitch McConnell would say, that we need them to pick the straw. Who's going to pick the strawberries?
But we're going to make sure that they're not murderers, killers, drug dealers, and the kind of people that we have.
They shouldn't have been here in the first place. That's not doing anything. That's not something for me to, the people who are unliving them, why are they here? That's not even like a movement. That's not a rallying cry. That's not a mantra. That's just normal everyday life. That doesn't make any sense. So what is the policy?
Have largely coming in right now. Okay?
Mr. President.
So that's basically the gist of it. Is all you have to do is listen to these people. They'll tell you what they really think. That's what Donald Trump really thinks. And now, am I against immigration? No, I'm not. My parents are immigrants. The problem is when someone comes over here through a visa, they aren't going through the process to becoming a citizen first. And they're taking jobs from people who spent this. This is where the left loses me here. And I'll end with this. The left just gets on my nerves here because they don't know how to participate in this conversation. The right and the left are very bad. The left is supposed to be pro-American worker. But then they also want to be pro-migrant for whatever reason. Migrant equals good for whatever reason. Any type of migration equals good. But then again, they're supposed to be against big corporations. So the big corporations are bringing in the migrants on these visas to take the jobs from Americans, many of which who have student loan debt. You see the compounding problems there? This is the button meme. I don't know where that meme came from with the guy sweating and the two buttons. The leftists don't know which one to pick. But it's obvious. Free market, they don't believe in free markets, but free market means the American market. What Elon Musk and Donald Trump are talking about here is globalism. That's never been a part of, that I'm aware of, been a part of MAGA until now.
The next clip is ready below. Welcome to After Show Carnage.